Hello, everyone. This is Tracy from Inspired Chi, bringing you your July messages. We are doing a pick a card reading, meaning you are going to connect to a subject, you're going to connect to a pile, and see where you feel the most drawn. If you feel drawn to the candle, if you feel drawn to the feather, whatever is really bringing you towards that, that is likely where your messages will be. Keep in mind, these are general readings. They won't resonate for everyone, but I'm sure that you'll find a message in them. If not, you can check out the other two to see if it was, not resonating with you at all. It might just not be your message, okay? Also, we do have private readings available. You can head over to www.inspiredchiradio.com to set up an appointment. I know I myself have July 9th and August 6th open for the rest of the summer for private readings. I think Agnes has extra availability for you as well. So if you're looking to book something, send us a message there. This message is going to be a message from your higher self. So the reason I decided to do this reading in this format is because I was having a hard time. I wasn't having a hard time reading people. I was doing readings, I'm seeing clients, everything's fine. But I was having trouble reading myself. I couldn't get any clarity, okay? And sometimes you're supposed to be like that, right? You're supposed to just kind of be blindly led by your intuition and just it all will be revealed in time. But specifically, I was feeling a blockage. So I decided to do this reading for those of you who are trying to get your messages, are trying to connect with spirit and understand what spirit's saying to you, but it's just not landing for whatever reason. Could be a personal blockage, could be, a myriad of reasons that could be happening. So I want you to focus in on your message for your higher self, take yourself where you're drawn, and then at that point, you're going to go to the corresponding video chapter, and that is marked down below in the information box. If you did not see your personal horoscope for the summer solstice, that is also down below. And that is done by astrological sign. It's not a pick a card reading like this. It's more geared toward your astrological sign. And if you are a summer person, summer baby, Cancer, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, then your messages are a little bit more detailed. You got a couple more cards there for your birthday bonus. So if you didn't check that out yet, if you want to check that out in tandem with this, you may have a more specific message to what you're asking for. Okay? Good luck. Happy July. Okay, ones, we're jumping right into your message from your higher self. We have a couple different decks. If you're interested in them, I have them in the description box below. I do not sell them, but if you enjoy them, that's where you can find them. And we're going to come in actually starting out with a talking to heaven card because we're coming in from the higher self. But if you have people that have crossed over or guides that you're working with, ancestors, those types of things, that's kind of where this message is going to be coming from. And this seems very much like a message from a loved one. We have, I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. Next, we have a card from the Magdalene Oracle. We're getting a revelation. Okay, ones. So you're in a very transformative space right now. I love that color scheme coming together. A lot of reds, root chakra energy there all day. And just a beautiful time of I'm getting the Hermit energy of the tarot card, which is a deep reflection going within to come out and shed more light on a situation or to decide sometimes even your not just your spiritual path, but your purpose, your life purpose path. So let's see what else we have here. We have from the Starseed Oracle, all paths lead home. Okay, so it definitely seems like you're weighing your options out here. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Yep, that's the Hermit energy right there. So some of you definitely have been asking your guides or your higher self, like what next, kind of feeling a little bit lost. But this is definitely a message here for you that you really can't make a wrong move because all paths do lead home. So just trust yourself and your intuition and your guides and just do the next right step. I feel like that's a Disney something. Maybe Frozen 2. But you're getting that energy of when the right time to act will be present, you will know, okay? You're not going to miss your opportunity. If you've been worried about something or contemplating something and you just haven't actually figured out your course of action, that is okay, all right? Just lean into it, take some space from it, take a breather from it so you can come back with a fresh perspective, okay? Enchanted map, we're getting one ring circus. Oh, yeah. So this is pulling back control. I love this energy for you. And this talks about instead of being in charge of everybody else's circus, and even though she's still kind of looking over, I don't know if you can see that. I have another angle. I don't know if this angle's working well or not. There's that control. She's looking over at other things, not necessarily ahead of her. So maybe what she left behind or the other circuses that needed her energy so much she couldn't devote the time to herself and her path. But that looks like that's coming to an end for you ones, okay? So you may find you have more of an opportunity coming up in the next couple of weeks and months to, take control of your own life, spend some more time with yourself, developing your own spirituality, your skills, your path, whatever that is for you. Could be relationships for some of you. We'll see. We're getting into your tarot now. Okay, for my personal deck. Oh my God, yeah. Relationships, huh? My personal deck here, you're getting the Lover's card, okay? So your focus may be on personal relationships ones. Doesn't have to be romantic, but definitely can be. Okay, getting some control there. Having revelations, maybe making new shifts, maybe moving into the next phase of relationships for some of you. I'm also getting a message. You may be in a relationship looking for a place to live, deciding whether to stay at, your partner's place, your own place, that kind of a thing. Specifically because that card, all paths lead home. So if that's something that you're contending with and you're contemplating on, that's a strong message I'm getting from your guides. Oh, and we have the Sun. I love this. Okay, this is from the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, so definitely positive expectation ones. You really can't go wrong here, okay? You need to trust yourself, your inner guidance, and just move on. Focus on your relationships. Fall into that because our relationships inspire and nourish us, and you need that time out before you move on to the next step. But definitely have positive expectations with that Sun. I love it. Kipper cards were, oh yeah, there's something with the house. Yeah, some of you may be selling or moving or something like this, or just being completely focused on your home space. Sometimes we're just focused on other things in our lives that have, agendas and deadlines. But sometimes you're able to just focus in on your home space, and that's a strong energy here. Then we have military, okay? So some of you may be dealing with somebody in the military. Obviously, that's the most obvious. It could be somebody from your life that has crossed over, just connecting. Sometimes this comes through to me when I'm thinking about my brother, but take it how it resonates for you personally. Or alternatively, for some of you, this could be getting into government, politics, that kind of a thing. Moving into that type of energy as your purpose and what you're moving towards, okay? But it's definitely in the home space, and in the numbers 20 and 22, and the Sun is 19, so it's kind of just like you're moving right along, giving me that message to you that you are on that right path, okay? You are heading in the right direction. Then for some clarity ones, let's just pull just a couple more tarot to go with those messages from your higher self. See if we can focus in more specifically and end with some advice for the ones in this July month. If you have not had a chance to check out your personal horoscope for the summer solstice, I will put that link in the description box. Well, that flew out for you. In the description box below, so you can connect with that. If you have a birthday month, meaning if you are a Gemini, Cancer, Leo, or Virgo, you got a little extra bonus reading in that video as well, okay? Those aren't like these. They are not pick a card. They are based on your astrological sign, okay? So we'll do two more for you here. All right, we're getting the Devil card. Okay, some of you may be facing your fears, kind of being in a stuck mentality, but getting rid of those restrictions that we directly cause ourselves. Some of you may be dealing with addictions as far as like food, drugs, alcohol, that sort of thing. Sometimes we have peaks and valleys, right? And some of you may have gotten a little too far in the valley, and it might be time to come up at this point in time and recognize some things that these limitations that you're causing yourself, okay? We also have the Knight of Wands, so moving. Somebody's moving here, okay? If you chose one and you are in the middle of moving, please comment or message, because I'm getting very strong messages for you related to the home and space and selling. And also I'm getting the message that you got a good deal. So if you're selling a good house, like selling your house to get a new home, You either made out that way or conversely, or maybe both you did. But you definitely have moving. If this does not pertain to an actual move, physical dwelling place, it could have to do with where you are situated in your career. It could even be in the same, like, hey, my office moved down the street, but there's definitely some move and shift happening for you. And I love this. You're ending on the King of Pentacles. What a grounding, beautiful card. Okay, this is about traditional values. Slow and steady wins the race, but also with an air of success. Okay, he's comfortable, he's grounded. And with starting out your reading with all of that red for the root, I'm going to recommend you focus on your root chakra during this July season. Get that into gear, get that into balance to kick off whatever you have going on next, because our inner selves are always here to provide guidance and also advice as we move forward. So good luck with whatever you have going on in July. And if you want to book a personal reading, we only have, I did have an opening come on July 9th. So if you want that, you can message me right away and I will get you in there. And then for August, we have August 6th, we have some open dates. So if you want a personal reading from me, you can do that. Or if you want to reach out to Agnes, you want to connect with Agnes on some level, you can do that as well. So I don't think she has open dates, but I think she's booking as it comes in. So that is retirement. So good luck there to everybody here, all the ones on your next chapter. So twos, the energy coming in for you guys today was very strong over a loved one. So some of you may unfortunately be dealing with some grief regarding a loved one in the recent weeks and months, okay? So in that case, you guys ended up with 2 cards from Talking to Heaven instead of 1. If that is your pile, if that is your guide. We also have, because I use these 2 feathers, that's very specific to me. These were both feathers. One was given to me by my daughter that she found, and one I found regarding messages from loved ones, okay? But also because there's 2 here, there may be a focus for 2s for the month of July to focus on partnerships. Now, I'm not getting a strong energy of lovers specifically. It could be mother-daughter relationships. It doesn't feel like work relationships to me, though. It does feel very personal. If you're feeling like your message from your higher self is more career related, you can check out one of the videos. But typically our higher self guides us to where you are supposed to be. So just be open to receiving these messages regardless of why you came to this reading. Okay, so we have a lot of decks in play today. I couldn't make my mind up. A lot of them wanted to come out for some messages. So let's start with your message from Talking to Heaven deck. I am so much better now. And what a beautiful image of a rainbow here as well. And then you are never alone. Okay. So just a reminder, our loved ones are watching over us from wherever they are. And definitely still connected to you. I know that at times we feel it and at times we don't, but they can always feel that, okay? So the first message starting out is, I am so much better now. You are never alone. So again, I send my condolences to you if you are grieving, and to your heart space as well. But definitely a reminder there that we are so loved and so connected to everyone in our, not even just those who have crossed over who we've had in this lifetime, but also ancestors that have come in, spirit guides that we're working with. And, don't forget, they're around us all the time. And then, oh, and angels. I didn't mention angels, even though this entire reading is angel themed, right? That was terrible. Fall into my arms. Surrender, holding the opposite, extremes of life, okay? So this is very much a letting go from your guides and your higher self, saying, let go, we got you. We hear what you want, we know what's best for you, and we're working on it, okay? Turn it over. Sometimes you need to release that and focus on other things, okay? We'll see what those other things are shortly. But again, feeling a strong energy of partnership there for you as well. And a need and a desire to be vulnerable, because that is where you're going to grow the most. Okay. From the Magdalene Oracle, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is lovers. Indeed, I would say. We're friends with benefits, but this definitely feels love, like very spiritually connected. Okay. Definitely a beautiful energy and like a communion of sexuality. I love that. That felt very spiritual. All right. Some of you may be either with or heading towards your person. Okay. your connection. So next, and I don't believe there's just one person for everyone per lifetime. I don't feel like it's like that. But I'm saying a very intense relationship that's going to be very meaningful for you is either the one that you're in or one you're heading towards. Okay. Then we have peaks of joy. And it's interesting. And it's number 33 for a numbers person. It's interesting because I was talking in the last reading about peaks and valleys and having peaks and valleys in our lives of, sometimes we're doing really good and sometimes we fall off the wagon. That could have so many meanings. Take it how it resonates for you personally. But this is focused on peaks of joy. Like, look at her. Her feet are kicked up in the air. She's floating on the clouds. She has that butterfly here, transformation. Fall into my arms, peaks of joys and sacred sexuality. My goodness. Twos. This is beautiful summer energy. Oh my goodness. What a July you guys have going on. If this isn't your July, this is what you're manifesting in your life. So keep your focus strong and keep your faith strong there too. All right, tarot. Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is passion. Oh my goodness, too. I'm jealous. That could be about something that you're passionately doing. But again, this feels very relationshipy to me, or somebody who's calling that in. If that doesn't resonate for you, this may not be your full message. Listen to the whole message because there may be parts of it for you. But this feels very specific. These are the connections that are being made. And a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire energy here. So specifically, if you chose to, and you are a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, you may have this extra strong, passionate fire burning this July. I love this. I love this. Okay. The Devil. Oh my goodness. You know what? Everybody's getting this, so don't feel bad. This talks about breaking the chains of things that we directly cause ourselves, okay? Letting fear limit us, being a prisoner to anything, whether in our own minds or in our humanity, which could do with a lot to do with addictions, whether it be with, food, attention, drugs, alcohol, wherever you don't have control of yourself and that, whether that's something you share, something you work on, or something you beat yourself up about in the time. Everyone's having this energy here, okay? There's definitely a blanket energy over the collective of really just facing your fears and moving on with it. We're coming to the end of a very painful and long cycle. And now everybody is in there, now what, right? And you're trying to figure that all out. So don't let fears hold you back or self-limiting beliefs hold you back. And if it's addictions that are holding you back, I know it's easier said than done, but it would be a very good time your higher self is pushing this message to start new habits, because even if they didn't stick in the past, the energy for you to be more successful in that arena is here, okay? And there's no shame in that at all. Ooh. A pleasant letter. Now, this is the Kipper deck, and I got 2 cards for you as well. So some of you may literally be getting a pleasant letter from the court, okay? 7 and 23. Or you might be getting a pleasant letter generally. Now keep in mind, we are in the day of technology, and these cards are designed very, very vintage, okay? So this letter may come in the form of an email, a text message, but either way, this is pleasant news coming your way. Love that. And the court, okay? So you may be dealing with things within the court, having the justice come in. Some of you may be going through, divorces and meeting this next firecracker here. But definitely matters with the court. Some of you may be getting an education to do with government in some way as well. Okay, lawyers. Our next generation of lawyers. Okay. And then for the advice, we're going to pull 3 tarot cards from another deck that I have here that I love very much, and close it out with some advice for you too. But hey, your July is very, very interesting, okay? There is a lot of sacral energy going on here, so that's what I'm going to point to as the chakra of focus for you guys in July, which is becoming a thing at the end of the reading, I guess, because I just said that to ones, but theirs was the root. But yours is coming strong with orange and sacred sexuality. 2s, enjoy your summer. It's going to be amazing. Oh, yeah. But I do have to say, because in the cards that you have here, we'll get to that in a second, the major that's dropping out is the Empress. So with all this sacred sexuality, beautiful, passionate energy here, I do have to warn you, if you are not trying to become a mother, the Empress is in your reading. So there's a really good chance that if you are trying to connect for fertility, that you will be successful. And if that is not your goal, then, plan accordingly. Another piece of advice you're getting here too is we're getting the 8, and we have that in reverse. Okay, so the advice is, they're sensing a lack of effort in something in your life. Okay, this could do with your relationships or something else, but message from higher self, you're getting there's something that you haven't been putting effort into, and if this is you, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about because you just got a little twinge of guilt about it. Okay, so whatever you've been putting off and procrastinating and it's making you feel like shit because it's not done, you need to turn it around and put some effort into it to seek these rewards. I mean, you have a lot of rewards coming in July, okay? But Spirit only gives you rewards when you earn them, okay? Speaking of, this is in reverse. Luckily, I don't like to have this when it's upright, because when it's upright, we talk about loss, abandonment, financial difficulties, and feelings of having a lack of self-worth. However, lovely for you, it is in the reverse, okay? So definitely a lot of energy towards healing that sacral chakra. I love that for you, okay? And if you want to have that reward, whatever that is for you, whether it's financial, however the abundance comes in for you, it is going to require effort. It is going to require effort to grow, okay? Don't let that devil get on your shoulder and let you be lazy when you're this close to your goals, okay? Enjoy your life. Enjoy your relationships. That's a big focus for you in July. But just be ready to get some work done when you're done. Okay, that's the advice there from your higher self. Good luck. Okay, 3s. We're getting everything sorted here for you. All right. Message from a loved one you have. Remember me by the happy memories we created. Okay. So if you're wanting a message from somebody who has crossed over, or somebody that's with you ancestrally and guarding over you at this time, this is the first message coming in for my 3s. A lot of focus on pictures. Some of you may be putting together scrapbooks or just coming across some pictures and those types of things. And they are messages, and they're little nudges from, those who've crossed over. That meant a lot to us in this lifetime and in other lifetimes as well. You're getting the Magician, okay? And I really, really love the energy. There's a lot of you out there, 3s, that are studying right now, learning something really new and completely devoting your mind and spirit to something new. But it's really important when you get the Magician to understand that your manifesting powers are extremely strong right now. So it's a blessing for when you're trying to conjure things up, and not so much if you're in a negative headspace. So if you're in a negative headspace and you don't want to draw to you just the things that you're trying to avoid, that's definitely a message to connect to your energy. This is your higher self message as well. From Mary Magdalene deck, we're getting, Magdalene. Okay. And I actually want to stop because this card, and it's the only one in the deck that has this. It has a whole poem with it. And I don't feel like I would do you justice for you getting that card and not sharing it with you. So let's take a moment and look at this book. Okay. 3's direct message to you. Go forth and be true to yourself. Dare to be different, to make mistakes. Create, for it is in creation that you exist, in a world full of dreams that stems from your heart, in oneness, love, and hatred, wonder and awe, softness and pain, joy and light. In the stillness, the unknown awaits, a void wanting to be filled. Step into it with courage and strength, like a building rose reaching for the light. Love will lead you to a greener pastures. Keep your pocket full of dreams. For life is a test of faith. Allow your light to shine. There is no beginning or end. There is only one love. So, message from Magdalene coming through to you there. Starseed Oracle, the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So there's absolutely a reverence in the messages that are coming through to the 3s, okay? You might be really connecting the month of July in your spiritual experiences, okay? Some of you may be into mediumship and exploring that as well, or some of you can just feel very connected spiritually to the path that you're creating, okay? I love that. I love that bit. Then the Enchanted Map, you're getting a balancing act, okay? This feels like, to me too, like blessings falling from the sky, and I don't feel like they came yet, 3s. I feel like they're on their way. As a matter of fact, if I hold these kind of together, the message that I'm getting, I don't know if you can see that, is almost like the stardust coming from the card, and then the left is being sprinkled from above in this white, beautiful, light, pure energy. And those hearts coming down like sprinkles, like the stars getting transformed into hearts. There's also that kind of like rainbow energy over here. So I'm getting a really strong message that it's literally about to rain down blessings on you threes, and you need to prepare. And it's number 11 too. So that balancing act is getting ready, okay? Making the room, getting things organized. If everything that you wanted would happen tomorrow and you had to take off, what isn't done? How could you do to happily prepare? One of the things I did before I got my house, and I was trying to manifest my house for a very long time. And one of the things I did the last Christmas that I was in my apartment was I packed away all of my Christmas decorations in moving boxes, because I knew that I was not going to unpack them in that house or in that apartment. And I didn't. I unpacked them in my house. So that's the kind of message that I'm getting for you. Prepare things because they're going to be ready to come, and you want to make it a little easier. This almost feels like a message. I was actually going to do that. The reading I was going to do was message from your future self, which is something I am going to do another time. But I felt very spiritually called for the collective to do message from the higher self. But if this was a message from the future self to you, they're being very specific about tying up loose ends and doing things that you can control right now while everything else manifests for you, okay? From the light seers, you're getting 8 of Wands. Yeah, because it's going to happen really fast, okay? You're going to have some communication coming in. I would not be at all surprised if it was in the month of July, okay? This feels kind of soon, all right? Some communication coming in about things moving towards, like, on a more victorious, something you wanted, okay? Moving towards success in some way. And it's going to happen quickly. Quick communication, okay? This is going to happen quicker than you think, so just be ready. You can do it. It's fine. Don't be worried about anything, but... from the Kipper deck, I'm not really loving these cards, but I am going to give them to you because we have to be prepared, right? Some sad news some of you may be dealing with. And, oh my God, that's my rabbit. I was just going to say, why is Maya banging upstairs? She knows I'm doing a video, but I actually think that's my rabbit banging me downstairs in her cage. Excuse me. Oh yeah, it totally is. So some of you may be dealing with grief, okay? You may have had some sad news recently, or dealing with people who've had some sad news and had to kind of be a support system to them, okay? Also, if that is the case, and just be very aware, this is a card of thievery, but it's not always just talking about, and because it's paired with sad news, I don't get the energy that this is like someone stealing your identity or your money or, a valuable around your house. This feels very much like stealing your time, stealing your energy, and not being honest with you. Because this sad news, while some of you may be dealing with grief, and I do send my condolences if that is the case, but some of you are going to just get some information in July that's going to be very disappointing, or just recently did get some information about somebody in your life that you thought, was worth investing your time and you cared for deeply, and to find necessarily, not that you were wasting your time, but that maybe they weren't the person that you thought they were, or you didn't have the connection that you thought you did, okay? This does not feel romantic. It doesn't feel like it's a relationship. Okay, it feels like it's a relationship, but it doesn't feel like it's a romantic relationship. Okay, this feels more like family. Could even be coworker that you felt like was family. All right. Then for some of you too, I also might be getting, if you had applied for a promotion and didn't necessarily get it, and being disappointed in that news, and kind of find out like your best friend coworker went for it. I mean, it just doesn't feel. It feels painful, but it doesn't feel extremely painful. It's just like giving you this knowledge. Okay? That's specific for some of you, not all of you. All right. Advice from Spirit ending on your reading here. Choices. Okay, make a choice. So you're getting the 7 of Cups, but you're getting it in reverse. Okay, 7 of Cups is weighing out your options, knowing your worth, seeing other possibilities. In reverse, it's making a decision. Okay, choosing. King of Swords. Okay, you may be cutting out relationships that no longer serve you, but this is also an expert. Okay, don't get hung up on the gender here. This is definitely an energy. It is a masculine energy, but this is someone who can be very logically thinking. It could be an expert in an area. Some of you may be seeing a doctor, okay? Seeing a professor about something. Like there's definitely, you might be studying something and you find an opportunity to do it with an expert in your field. Okay, mentorships are really big here too. And the Fool, yes. Threes, you will be getting a new journey soon. So absolutely, how we started this reading, we're going to end it. Get your house in order, tie up some loose ends, because you have a new journey coming into your life, and you have a lot of manifestations coming true for you and blessings for you in July. So whatever you do have to go through, if things happen unpleasantly, if they're never well timed in our lives, right? Just keep your head up, because you have a lot of manifestations and blessings coming your way and new beginnings for you. Okay, so much of that. So if you want to connect on a personal level, I have private readings available on July 9th and August 6th. I still have some spots available for that. So you can message me over in www. Oh my God, my tongue tied. www.inspiredchiradio.com, or just message me on Facebook if we're friends. If we're not, send me a message. Okay, and good luck. Happy summer.